Hey guys, this is Linda with PG Nana Farm, and today I'm just going to show you a really easy technique to make and can pickles. This is the perfect thing to do when it's your first time ever canning pickles. I recommend everyone to give it a shot because it teaches you a lot about the canning process. The other cool thing about today's video is I don't have my water bath canner. That's in storage. So I'm going to show you how you could do it using a regular pan. Alright, stay tuned. Alright guys, so the very first thing I did was I washed some canning jars, and they're in my oven. They are set to 180 degrees. I'm going to have those in there for 15 minutes. They've already been in there for 15 minutes because I've kind of had them heating as I'm going. And that will sterilize these jars really good for canning. Alright? Pretty easy process. And here is the pot that I am going to use to can our pickles in. It's just a normal big pot. And what I have in the bottom is this handy dandy little rubber rack thing. They sell these at Walmart. They're about $2, $3. And you just stick it on the bottom of the pot, and that will hold your jars off the bottom of the pot when you're processing them. That way, if you can't afford to go get a water bath canner, those are fairly easy and cheap to buy. And another thing, I've seen a lot of people use kitchen towels. They lay a kitchen towel on the bottom of the pot, and they put their jars on top of that. But we're going to try this technique today and see how well this works. Now, I'm going to have to fuss with it to get it to go all the way around, but I'm sure I'll have that handled. Okay, and in this pot, I have a pot of water going, and it's boiling, and I'm turning it way down now. Probably going to turn it off. Might have been boiling. And I have the inserts for the lids of the jars that I'm going to use for canning. This just gets them nice and tacky, and when they process, they should seal really good. So I might have had it going too hot because I brought it to a boil, but now it's off. Going to let it cool off a little bit, and so those are ready to go. The thing I forgot to do was to add the rings. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the rings into this and get them sterilized, and add more water to the pot and let them sterilize as well. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, a few other tools that you might want to get when pickling and canning pickles are these guys. And I just dropped it on the floor, so I have to rewash that. But a funnel of some sort, which I have to rewash. Fun. This is not necessary, but this kind of helps you push the cucumbers down and to measure your headspace on the jars, which I'll show you when we get to that point. And this, I think, is absolutely necessary. Although I've done it without this many times before, it's to lift the jars out of the hot water and to put them in. So, these are not very expensive. I bought this whole set for $5 at Walmart. They're not necessary, but they sure do make life a lot easier. The only thing I'm missing is my magnet stick to pick up the little lid inserts, but, again, they're not mandatory. It just makes your life easier. So, I recommend getting this if you get a chance. But, again, not necessary. The other thing you're going to need is a saucepan. Right here, and some kind of stirring implement, which I will find right now. I got one right here. Alright, the reason this is very easy is because I'm cheating today. I'm not making my pickle brine from herbs and spices from scratch. Nope. I'm cheating. I'm using this. Can you see it? Mrs. Wage's pickle mix. And I'm going to make a bread and butter pickle. I've had these before, and they are delicious. And they are convenient, and they are cheap. And it just makes life a lot easier. I could make my own pickle brine and put in all the seasonings I want. But I think for a first timer, this is the way to go because you will not be disappointed in the taste. These are really good. And I'm going to show you how to prepare this. The other thing, the other ingredients you're going to need to go along with this is distilled vinegar and sugar. So, and don't forget the cucumbers. That's important too. So let me show you those. So here I already have a big bowl of cucumbers that I have washed really well, really well, and diced up. They were small cucumbers, so some of them kind of look like okras because they're small. But I went ahead and pre-diced them, pre-sliced them, because who wants to watch that on YouTube? I don't. I know how to slice. And I'm assuming all you guys do too. So, it's just a big pot. On the directions for the Mrs. Wages, it will tell you. Ooh, blurry. Let's see if we can focus. Okay. So it says 9 to 11 pounds of pickling cucumbers. And it says it makes about 7 quarts. And right here are the directions. And we're just going to go ahead and follow these directions and make it the brine. Alright, so here we are. We got the pot and we got my spoon. And I'm going to read the directions. Where did I stick it? See, already losing my mind. Okay. So you want to combine this packet with 6 and 3/4 cups of distilled vinegar. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going. 6 3/4 cups of white vinegar. There we go. Now I should probably turn on my stovetop. Okay. And then it says 7 cups of sugar. 7 cups of sugar. There you go. 7 cups of sugar. Now they aren't messing around with this, are they? It's a lot of sugar. But, you know, considering this makes 7 quarts, you know, not too bad. I don't think I want to make 7 quarts. I don't think I have 7 quarts of cucumbers, but we're going to wait and see. So, I'm just going to add the stuff in this packet. And it's a nice yellow. Let's bring it in. And I'm just going to bring this up to a boil. And when it's done boiling, I will be right back. Just a real quick note. You want to boil this or get it to boiling on medium heat. And you want to stir it and make sure everything dissolves nicely. Alright guys, if you can see in there, it's boiling. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and remove it from the heat. Move this guy over here, I think. And I'll move this guy over here because that's where we're going to can. And we're going to prep the jars and fill them with cucumbers. So my jars are done. Sterilized. They've been in there for quite a while at 180 degrees, so I know they're sterilized and good. So let me go ahead and pull those out. All right. Flip these over. So I got the jars out of the oven and I'm just flipping them over so I can fill them. And then from here, You just want to take your cucumbers that you sliced and fill up the jars as tightly as you can. You want to leave an inch of headspace. These jars are still hot. And try to get the cucumbers in. Okay, let's pull you in because I'm just showing you my arm. I'm not a very good camera woman. I'll tell you that much. Oh, I forgot to do something. So, redo. We're going to reset this because I forgot something. I tell you, if my head wasn't screwed on. Okay. Before we do this, I'm going to try a new product. This is not mandatory for the recipe, but I wanted to try it. So at the store they had extra crunch. And you're supposed to put 1/8 of a teaspoon in your jars before you fill them with the pickles, or with the cucumbers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real fast. I'm sorry, I almost forgot this step. Again, not mandatory. This is just something I want to try to see if it actually does come out crispier. I've made it without, but I've never made them with. I don't have 1/8 of a teaspoon measuring, so I'm just going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon and just toss them in my jars. Okay. Sorry about that. Put that over there. And now I'm going to start filling the jars with the cucumbers. I wonder how many jars I could get. I have more jars. They're just not washed and sterilized. But if I need to, I will wash them and sterilize them. Okay, so I almost got them all in. But, you know, that could be a good sized snack for Brandon. He loves eating raw cucumbers. Okay, so they're all in. That was the long, hard process part of it all. And now we want to pour the pickling brine that we just made into the jars. If I don't spill it everywhere. Okay, so I got the brine, and I got my funnel, and I'm just going to stick that in there and get a cup and start scooping. And remember to leave 1 inch of space in the jars, 1 inch of head space on the top. So about right there. And you can measure it with your little pokey. This might be a little high. Yeah, I will take some of those out. Okay, so I got all the jars filled, and now I'm just going to get the air out of them by poking the stick in it. Just running the stick through the sides. Trying to pop some of the air, and if I think I need to take out some cucumbers, I'll do that too. I think these will be okay. It's just like debubbling them is all. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to clean the rims, but I'm going to go wash my hands real fast. Okay, so all you have to do now is just I got a little bowl of white vinegar. I got a paper towel. And I'm just going to make sure that I clean off the rims because when I was pouring, you know, I don't know what got on there. And you don't want to prevent your lids from sticking and working and sealing. So, next, you want to get your lids on. So you just pop these, and you want to use new inserts each time you pickle. You don't want to reuse these inserts. That's no good. The inserts aren't very expensive to buy. They're a couple bucks for a big box of them, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm just going to stick all these lids on. Did I forget? Oh, nope, here it is. I thought I was one short for a minute. And then I'm going to screw on finger tight. The first time I heard the term finger tight, I screwed it on so tight that it buckled when I processed it. No good. I didn't understand what finger tight was. So it's just a little tight. It's not very tight at all. You're just holding that insert down on those lids. You don't have to be Superman. No Superman strength. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stick them in my pot that has the little rack thing over here. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, is this pot not going to be big enough? Nope, it's not going to be big enough. I'll be right back. I got to look for a different size pot. Here I am telling you can do it with a regular pot, and you can if you find one tall enough. The one I was going to use is just barely not tall enough. I wouldn't be able to fit an inch of water over the tops of the jar. So, a little rack thing that I bought for a couple bucks at Walmart in here. And let's see if it's a pain in the butt to use. Guess I just pinch it together like that. Lay it flat. And why, yes, it is a pain in the butt to use. See if I can take a strip of foil. Thought I had a twist tie, but I don't have a twist tie. Just do this and make sure I don't put any of the jars on top of that lump. There we go, that works better. So I don't think I recommend that rack, but I got it to work regardless. It would have been easier just to have a kitchen towel in there. So I'm just filling the water till it reaches an inch of water over the top of the jars. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on high and get it boiling. Put the lid on. Wait for it to boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to time it for 15 minutes and take them out at that point. The ingredients or the recipe says for only 10 minutes, but I want to be safe and not sorry. And I'm just going to go ahead and let it process for 15. And I will count the 15 minutes down after the water starts boiling. When that happens, I will come back and show you what's going on. Alright. Okay, so while that's happening, I thought I'd take a minute just to show you 2 other products that I bought that I'm going to go ahead and give it a try today. I bought, these are brand new out on the market. They're one-step pickling. And they're from Mrs. Wages as well. And this is a spicy garlic, and this is a regular kosher dill. My husband loves kosher dill. These are perfect for refrigerator pickles. And 1 bag equals 1 pint. So, I had cut up some cucumbers into sticks. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up a pint and put that in and stick it in the refrigerator for 8 hours. And that's all you have to do. So, and then with the garlic ones, I'm doing for my mama. I'm going to go ahead and put asparagus in that. So, I'll go ahead and do those while this is heating up, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So, I don't know if these are worth it, guys. Alright, folks, it's starting to boil. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 15 minutes, and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, the timer went off. That means they're ready to come out. So, turning off the stove. Take off the lid, and I'm going to just let it cool off just for a minute so it's not so hot. Alright, just going to let it sit there for a minute, and I'll be right back. Y'all, it's time to take these out. Got my handy dandy tool, and I'm just going to pull them out. Stick them on the towel. Over here. Ooh, I heard a pop. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and process the last 4, but I'm not going to take you along with that. So I'm going to let these pickles sit for 24 hours. Just leave them on the counter, and hopefully all the lids pop. Okay, these are the bread and butter pickles I made yesterday, and my brother-in-law is going to try them out.
I broke the seal on it, so that's a good sign.
Yep, but they were sealed good, so they were processed.
Ooh, they smell damn nice.
Do they?
Yeah, they smell really good. It may taste good enough, I may swear. I have no control over that.
Okay, I'll bleep it.
Hey,
Oh my god, those are good.
Are those good?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, go try one.
You gotta try a
I want to
pickle.
try one.
God damn.
Give me a pickle. Give me a pickle. I love pickles. Oh, they're crunchy still.
Yeah.
Oh. They're still, oh, those are good. Totally worth it, you guys.
I'm probably gonna sit down and eat that jar.
That's okay, we have lots more.
That is.
Oh, those are good.
That is really good. Nicely done, Linda.
Thank you, chat.